In this video, I'm going to show you how to install and use Claude Code for free. Now, to be clear, this is not actually give you a free official cloud models like Sonnet and or Opus. So basically, we're going to use tools called free Claude Code, and this basically will give you Claude Code interface and workflow. But behind the scene, you can connect it to other AI models like DeepSeek, GLM, GPT models through OpenRouter, Ollama, local models, and more. You can still get Claude Code experience, basically, like the interface, the agent workflows, skills, file editing, terminal access, and all the coding features, but powered by different AI providers. So in this video, I will show you exactly how to install it, configure it, and start using it step by step. So anyway, I'm going to put link on the description. You can just click that and follow these instructions. So as you can see, this GitHub repo have like a 24,000 star right now. It's pretty popular. So let's scroll down and let's take a look how we can use that. First, you have to install the Anthropic AI Claude Code. You can just copy this command right here and then open your terminal and then just paste that, right? Just hit enter and this basically will automatically install all the package that we need. And then after that, you have to install this one right here. If you're using Mac OS, you can just copy this entire code right here. Or if you're using Windows, just copy everything in here, paste that to your terminal, and then just hit enter. Then the next thing is you can just skip the step 3. We're going to back into this later. But next you have to like install the proxy. Again, you can just copy and paste that to your terminal and then just hit enter. I already do that basically, so I'm not going to do that again. And then the next thing is after you install all of this, now you can just running FCC server. Just copy that and then paste that to your terminal, right? Just hit enter. Now it's basically will open the server URL, right? And also the admin UI. And I like to using the admin UI. It's really simple. You can just click and open, and this is basically the UI look like. Pretty simple. First you have like these providers in here, right? So you can put the NVIDIA name API key, the OpenRouter API key, DeepSeek API key, then other things, right? So let's try to go back in here, and basically first we can grab the NVIDIA name. You can just click this right here, right? The URL, then you can put your email, or just click next. And I believe you have to set up like you have to put like your phone number, I believe, in order to generate the API key. You can click your profile on the top in here and click the API keys, and then click generate API key. Then you can give any name you want, then just click generate key. And then after that, you have to just copy your API key. And then you can just go back to the admin in here, into the UI. Then go back to these providers. From this NVIDIA name, you can just put your key, right? Just click validate, then click apply. Right, I hope you can see that. And then next thing is you can just go back in here and then looking for models. So in here you can just search any AI model you want. You can sort by most popular, most recent, whatever, right? So let's try to use, for example, these OpenAI GPT OSS models. So I like to using maybe this one right here, just random AI models. Let's try to typing test and try to run it, and hopefully this is working. And yep, it works. So the way we copy the model AI is I like to just go to view code in here, just copy the models, right? So I like to just copy that. Then now go to the admin UI, and here we have to put that models. But because we're using NVIDIA, we have to put the fallback providers. As you can see in here, because we're using NVIDIA, we have to put like NVIDIA underscore name. If you're using like, for example, OpenRouter, you have to put like open underscore router slash the model name, right? That's it. Let's go back in here, and I'm gonna put like NVIDIA underscore name and then slash then the models. So now I'm gonna say validate and then click apply. So now don't close the FCC server, but now you have to open a new terminal, right? New window, and then in here you can just running or you can cd to any folder you want. Then inside that you can running the FCC -cloud and hit enter, and this basically will open the UI of the Claude Code. As you can see, it just works, right? Now let's try to say hello, for example, and hit enter. and hopefully we get the response. As you can see, hello, how can I help you today? It works pretty cool. And of course you can use the OpenRouter, for example. So let's try to click the openrouter.ai/keys, and in here you can just generate your API keys, right? So I have already do that in here. And then the key, you have to copy and paste that into the OpenRouter down here. And then you have to click validate and then apply, and that's it. And now you can use any model from OpenRouter basically. So let's try to go to models, and you can find, for example, the free version or the free model. You can just slide to the free in here. And as you can see, this is free, right? And you can just click that, and then for the name in here you can just copy, right? Just copy the model AI. Then you can go back in here to the admin UI. Then remember, if you're using OpenRouter, you have to put the fallback provider like open_router and then slash and then the model AI. And now you have to click validate, then apply. It works. Now this is basically using the new AI models from the OpenRouter. So let's try to say, can you help me? And as you can see, it's give us a response back. Really nice. So now let's try to asking AI to generate, for example, a calculator application. So now, for example, I asking the AI to create a calculator application in HTML, CSS, and then a JavaScript. So let's try to hit enter, and hopefully this is working. So I like to just open also the folder on the right side, so you can see. As you can see now, the project Claude is empty for now. So I'm going to say like 2, right, for allow all edits during this session. So I'm going to hit 2. And as you can see now, we have the calculator.html here. So let's try to open that on the browser. And as you can see, the result is amazing. It's cool, right? Let's see if this works. 4 times by 5 is basically 20. As you can see, even on the top in here, we can see the like a history, right? Pretty cool. Let's see the history. This one right here. Nice. This is incredibly nice. Times 10. Let me see. All right, cool. We also have the history. Pretty cool. I'm not asking the history, but this create the history. Pretty nice. And of course, right now you can access things like, for example, /skills, right? You can access that. For example, you want to access plugins, you can access that as well. Here, as you can see, you can discover any plugins in here. You can see what the skills that installed. You can see the marketplace. The marketplace is basically on the Claude plugin officials and etc. You can discover, you can install the contact 7, for example, right? You can install it. Here we go. Now you can see the plugins. Then now, as you can see, the install is contact 7 and also front end design, right? Pretty simple. And yep, definitely you have to try this one right here if you want to just take a look how the Claude Code works. And maybe after that, you want to buy like the real Claude Code. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.